Hi there, I am Caroline with Revelation Wreaths, and today I'm going to show you how to make just a basic bow with a bow maker. They're all kind of similar. I got this one at Joann Fabrics. I think I got it online. And I'm going to make a bow for this swag base I've made already. And this sign is what's going to go on here. It's going to be a Halloween sign, and so I need a Halloween bow. So first thing you do is obviously you're going to pick your ribbons. I pick a couple of 2.5 inch, which is a number 40, and a couple of 9s. And then I got this really cute, well, this Boo one is adorable with the ghosts in it. This one is super cute with all the little ghosts in it. And this is really neat. It's a new ribbon. I got most of these at probably Craft Outlet, or I might have gotten this one at the Wreath Shop. This one, but primarily everything I get comes from Craft Outlet, mostly I would say. I do get some stuff from Hobby Lobby. But the first thing I do is I pick out all my ribbons, which I picked out 5 ribbons, and then I kind of decide what order I want them in. So I want to do the black and orange polka dots with the solid orange, and then I want to go with the black with the little check, because there's, you know, black and white on the sign. And then I'll do the Boo, and then the smallest 6/8 will be at the very top. So that's what I choose first, is the order. And then, oops, and then I kind of start making my bow. So what I do is I take a 6-inch tail, and on the bow maker there's measurements. So I kind of use the bow maker as a guide. I can do a hand bow, but I have small hands, and so it's easier for me to use the bow maker. It's kind of like having an extra hand. So I'm going to put the tail out to 6 inches, and then I'm going to make my loops 5 inches long. And once I find where it's going to be, I'm going to kind of scrunch it together and give it a twist. And the reason you give it a twist is because you need to make sure the ribbon is going to face the right way when we do our other loop. So this comes to the 5-inch marker on the other side. And then I'm going to do a 5-inch loop on this side, but this time I'm not going to twist. And the reason is because I need the ribbon face up, and we're going to make the tail for this side. So I'm going to bring it out to 6 inches, and then I'm going to give it a cut. Is what I'm doing with this side. And I just use pins. I've seen people use tape. I've seen all kinds of stuff. I've seen rubber bands. I think the pins are the easiest and nicest for the ribbon. And then what I do is I do dovetails, and I do it as I go along. Some people do them at the end. Some people wait until they put them in the wreath. Obviously, you do whatever you're comfortable with. That's just what works for me. So next, I'm going to start to layer. So the next one I chose was this. It's kind of a sheer orange. So I kind of start with the dovetail. Like I said, some people do them at the end. I just like to do it as I go. Now I have a tail on this side, so I want the tail where the bow is on the other side, but I'm going to do kind of the exact same steps where I make a 6-inch tail. I'm going to put it on it. I'm going to do a 5-inch loop. This is the same on both sides, so it's not as important to worry about the twist because it's kind of all face up on this one. But you want to get into the habit of it just to make things easier for yourself as you go, I feel. But you do, like I said, you do what works for you. This is what kind of works for me, which I am going to give this one a twist. And then I'm going to make a 6-inch tail again. Dovetail it. Dovetail it. I do have an Etsy shop, Revelation Wreath, which I hope is posted in my description. If not, it's Etsy Revelation Wreath. I have a lot of swags on there that are, and this one will get posted once I finish it also. So next I'm going to do my next layer. I'm just going to keep going, and it's going to be the same process as I go. I'm going to kind of scrunch it, give it a twist, lay it in my bow maker, do a 5-inch loop, scrunch it, give it a twist because we need them to be facing the right way, the ribbon, because this one does have a definite front and back. And then I'm going to bring this again to the 5-inch marker. I'm going to kind of scrunch it a little because this one's a little stiffer. This one is a little stiffer. I'm going to pull my hoop forward because I kind of switch it where I have the tail, a hoop, a loop, the tail. I kind of alternate it back and forth. Again, I dovetail it because I just find that it's easiest to do it as I go along. But like I said, everyone kind of finds their own pattern. And then we're going to go with this adorable boo ribbon that matches the sign. So cute because it says, "Hey Boo" on there. I'm going to do a 6-inch tail once again. Oops, a 5-inch loop. Give it a twist. I'm pulling my loop. It's a little big. I'm pulling my loop down. A 5-inch loop, but I'm not twisting it on my last one because I need all my little, my sweet little ghosts facing up. I misplaced my pin already. Oh, here it is. I don't know what's happening. There it goes. Make my dovetail. These bow makers, I think, are so easy to use, and they make such a difference, and the bows all turn out fabulous every time. Now this one I'm going to kind of change up. This one is so thin, I just cut it on an angle. I cut it on an angle like this instead of dovetailing it. But for this one, I do a 5-inch I do give it a twist. And then I take 2 fingers only, and I make a loop of just 2 fingers. Because this is my top one, kind of to cover my pipe cleaner. And then I'm going to, there's a little flaw right here in the ribbon. And then I'm gonna kind of cut it on an angle, like I kind of started. Oops, there it is, an angle. And then I'm gonna pull this up and this down. And now I'm just gonna take a pipe cleaner and I'm going to fold it in half. And I kind of put 2 fingers and I make like a U kind of. And then I start to pull the different layers up a little bit, just so it's easier for me to get them all out. Some people pull them all at once. Like I said, I have kind of small hands, and so it's just easier if I kind of start it, pulling it up, and then I put the pipe cleaner over everything. I grab the pipe cleaner. I grab the pipe cleaner from the bottom, and then I pull the whole bow up. I kind of give it a squeeze, and then I twist the pipe cleaner. I give it a couple of twists. And now I'm gonna kind of fluff my bow out a little bit. And like I said, this is for the center, and this is just kind of to hide my mechanics. But then I kind of fluff it from the bottom to the top. So I pull my loop forward, I pull my tail forward, I kind of start at the bottom. I pull my loop down, I pull my tail down. I kind of hold it between my thumb and index fingers. I kind of go back and forth to fluff it up, the bow. As you go, you'll kind of see to kind of put things in a good place. And with the tails, I kind of just swoop them down a little bit to kind of get them in the direction I need them to go. You're going to want to adjust it still once you get it in the swag itself, but that's the basics of making a bow. And of course you can make it bigger. If you're doing a large wreath, you can do them smaller. If you're doing, if you're just attaching a bow to something smaller. But the nice thing about bow makers in general is that it just makes it even on both sides. It makes the bow more symmetrical on both sides. And like I said, then you just kind of fluff it the way you need it fluffed out, and you're all set. There you go. Thanks so much for watching. I hope this helped how to make a bow with a bow maker. Thanks. Again, my Etsy shop is Revelations Wreath. Thanks for watching. See you soon.